HopCast episode number 2.
Welcome everybody. Today we have a special guest.
Well, first, I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Oh yeah, I suppose that I'm Ken Hunnemeder.
And I'm Mitchell. I'm the guest, I guess, for this episode.
Right.
Yes, we brought a guest along. We're here at Don and Mitchell's party.
Live.
So this is
not live for you, but live for us. So.
Exclusive footage here. So we're kind of kicking things off here. The party hasn't really gotten started yet. Obviously, there's no noise going on, but we're gonna get this thing started right and show you a couple beers, and then we'll be back later and do a couple more.
Right. So last episode, we kind of were inching in there to bag this Midway IPA.
Dun, dun, dun!
This is why Mitchell's here. We like him too, but he was the owner of this bottle.
So there we have it. We're going to try the Goose Island Midway IPA, and this was the first in the collection that we spoke of last time.
Let's pour this out and then talk, because last time it didn't work out.
We screwed up.
All right, so. I'm excited for this because I enjoyed the other bottle Don had.
Yeah. This is the last bottle.
This is the last bottle, in the world.
Now, if I recall correctly, this is in between a regular and an imperial IPA. That's why it's called Midway.
I believe that you're correct on that, and also has to do with tie-in to Chicago as well, being the Midway
Airport.
So, cheers, my friends. Let's give this one a shot.
Cheers.
Cheers.
It has a great aroma. Has a little bite right up front.
Very, kind of a fruity sweetness with also the hop floral characters going on.
But it finishes really clean.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't leave the dry, hoppy.
Yeah.
It doesn't leave that much. A little bit, but not as
Doesn't have
much.
What do you think?
it doesn't have the normal aftertaste that I get with most IPAs.
It's a very smooth IPA.
Yeah.
Very one of the cleaner drinking IPAs I've had.
I think it's around 6.5%
Let's
alcohol, or 6?
7.
7. Okay, so it's up there. So.
But this one will catch up to you, I think. Because, if you're not careful, watch out, because it goes down smooth.
And
And
again,
then you'll end up over here.
well, it's hard. The expensive bottles to just be
Yeah.
down in.
Yeah, these run, I think, they're around $13 a bottle for these.
Do they have a limit if you go in there and can you be like, I'll have a case? Are they gonna be
I don't know
no,
about that.
We only do 2 a person.
When I went in there, I bought 2.
3, it's 3 a person.
3 a person?
We're getting.
Well, we bought 3.
Oh,
Okay.
And they didn't say.
so you can get at least 3.
Yeah.
Okay. At least 3, we don't know.
Somebody go test that out.
Speaking of which, they don't have this one out yet in the bottle, but Brad and I and a few others were at Goose Island the other night.
Their thing is they preview the beer that's going to be in the anniversary bottles the week before.
Right. So we were there and had some of the new release on tap, which is their ESB, and it was fantastic. So get that one next week. It's going to be good.
I'm not sure I've had that one at all.
Yeah, I hadn't had it either, and it was delicious.
It was. I enjoy the Midway a lot, but I don't know. I might have liked that. I don't know. It's tough to say.
They're just different. The ESB had a lot more flavor going on. It was.
Well, we'll talk about it.
Save it for another episode, Ken. Don't give everything away.
Keep them tuning in. So, something we didn't talk about last week, but we talked it over the pairing for this beer.
Right.
About what we could see going really well.
Yeah, something with a beer like this I would say maybe like a Swiss cheese or something like that would be nice.
Right.
I don't know, like maybe a turkey sandwich.
Oh, turkey
With
I would
Swiss.
I wouldn't
with
do
Swiss.
Yes, add the two together.
Mm-hmm.
right. Nothing fried. It's not gonna wash
No.
it down well.
No.
But like a nice light sandwich. Maybe something from Perry's Deli.
Shout out Perry's, we want sandwiches. But overall, this is just really great beer.
This is one of my favorite IPAs. Next to their Imperial IPA, which is on reserve, which is impossible to find.
The Imperial IPA is just out of the stratosphere.
Yeah.
So
They have
not
it for
even
like,
a comparison.
They have it for
really.
like 20 minutes every
Right.
day.
Right.
All right.
Hey!
Some people are showing up to the party. We're getting this party started. All right,
So yeah, I think
next we're probably gonna have a lot of Goose Island coming up because it's this set of beers and we can easily get them, and we're gonna feature them because they're here and
Goose
can,
Island
damn it.
is
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
it's just good beer. So
Yeah.
we're gonna have a few of those.
If you want one and you want to trade a beer, we'll definitely pick one up for you because someone in like Kentucky, they're not gonna be able to get the Goose Island.
Unless they happen to know me.
And some exciting news as far as we're concerned. We're going to have some new things coming up. We have a friend that's going out to California, and he's going to be picking up some beers that we normally can't get in Illinois from there. So,
And we're also crossing the international border to Canada.
yes, yes,
We're gonna be bringing some.
Are you
beers back
testing
to
Labatt
that.
Blue?
false.
It's not that kind of show.
I know.
But yeah, there's going to be
Funny
some
to pass
exciting
up.
things going on. We got some like really great beers, and it should be fun. So stay tuned. We're glad you're all have joined and are listening and watching.
So, now what's the next beer we have? Speaking of Kentucky,
Yes.
Bam!
you.
Transition master.
This is like the Mitchell episode. It's
Yes.
his Midway.
This is what Mitchell has brought to the table. This is the Kentucky Bourbon Barrel Ale, right?
It's a local. It's brewed in Lexington, Kentucky. They make Kentucky Ale, Kentucky Ale Light. This is their special one that they make.
and you lived in Kentucky.
I lived in Kentucky for 4 years for college, and that's how
That's
I
how we came across
came
this.
across this.
So Brad and I have never tasted this one.
I've had the pale, I believe, or do they have a pale?
I believe it.
Yeah, I've had the pale.
Brutally honest on this show.
But I'm excited for this. You're a big bourbon fan,
Yes.
so I think
This is one of my favorite beers that I've had, and you really can't get this one in Illinois. You really have to go to Lexington to get it.
how does this compare to the Goose Island bourbon?
I don't know.
Hard-hitting
Are you talking about
questions.
the
bourbon,
the bourbon
The
stout?
bourbon style. Yeah.
It's
So different. I
It's
don't know if you
different.
can compare that.
Okay.
It's hard to compare.
Yeah, we'll take a look at this one.
All right.
We're gonna pour this here.
That was not the color I expected coming out of the bottle, because the Goose Island bourbon style. Look at this.
Is
like sludge.
dark.
'Cause
Yeah.
That's even clearer than the
When you-
Midway.
Yeah.
When you think of a bourbon barrel aged beer, you would think of something darker. This is the lightest bourbon barrel aged beer I've ever seen in my life. This is like I was just astounded. I could see it in the bottle before we even opened it.
It's got a definitely bourbon aroma.
All right.
Bourbon.
Oh,
It's
wow.
almost like cereal too. I can smell some cereal.
Cocoa Puffs or
Maybe some Lucky Charms in there.
Jacks. I was thinking more along the lines of grains there, Brad.
Whatever. Whatever floats your boat.
I've had some beers that taste like Fruity Pebbles before. That was interesting. But yeah, let's give it a shot. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Thanks for bringing this one, Mitchell.
No problem.
Oh wow.
That's actually quite delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all doubted. Yeah.
Never doubted. Never doubted.
Whiskey did.
I'm scared of the bourbons. They're all right, but I'm usually not a huge fan just because they're so much. They're sipping beers.
Sure.
This isn't so much of a sipping beer.
Yeah. What does this weigh in at? You
I
know?
want to say around 8 or 9, but
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure.
That could be fairly sippage.
But usually the bourbon stouts or other bourbon beers, you only take a little bit, and that's gotta ease them into them.
But this is an easier to drink one than the Goose Island Bourbon Barrel.
I definitely think this is another one that can sneak up on you because, I feel like there's a lot of alcohol in here because the namesake and such, but
Kentucky.
Kentucky definitely.
I think it was the ale part that really got me. But I feel like there's a lot of alcohol in it, even though it doesn't taste like there's a lot of alcohol. You can definitely taste the bourbon flavors and characteristics, but the alcohol burn is not there.
No. It's got so many rich flavors that it's just sitting in your mouth. You can take solid.
I'm getting a lot of vanilla actually.
There is, a lot of vanilla.
So have you had any bourbons that are even close to this?
Have I had bourbons that are close?
Yeah, like a bourbon, like that other people can get. Because this is just in
No.
Kentucky.
If you want it, let me know next time. I'll go next time I go to Kentucky, pick up some extra, trade with some people.
Mitchell's number is.
I'm on Facebook. Okay, people.
He's a member of
I'm both friends with these two.
the
so.
Facebook
HopCast.
HopCast group. So you can see Mitchell on the HopCast group if you will join our little party we've got going on there.
You can join that. You can watch the episodes. The website isn't really up yet. We're going to be on iTunes as soon as they approve us. Or they don't want us, I guess.
Understandably. But we got some exclusive photographs on the group.
Yeah.
And you can talk to other people, give us recommendations on what we should drink next. Send us beer.
Steve
flat out.
Chmielewski recommended some beers. You might have seen him on Shy Hookah,
Name
shyhookah.com.
drop.
He's going to be on the Hopcast. He's going to bring a couple beers with him. He's recommended some stuff. So
He's got some stuff from Scotland and England, I believe, that he wants.
the pond.
But overall, I think this was a success. We
Yeah.
had 2 beers that were delicious,
Right, completely different.
very
I
different.
told you guys that one was
Right.
I never doubted you.
You were right.
I never
good.
doubted.
He doubted. I'm saying that for Brad.
I was skeptical a little bit. When I saw how pale it was, I was like, I don't know how we can get that much flavor out of a bourbon barrel ale. But he came through. Home run.
I try sometimes.
Cheers.
So that's the Hopcast.
Yeah.
We're working on some sort of sign-off here, so if you have something good to say for us to use, a recommendation was cheers to you, Chicago. I don't know how I feel about that.
Not a big fan.
We'll see how it plays.
Cheers to you, Chicago.
I didn't like it.
Not a fan of that. I'm a guest, I'm not a fan of that.